Good day, family. This is Coach Jay coming back at you with some more spitball, and we're going to call this part three of the Black family uniting to build generational wealth. And we're going to take our time with it. This is not going to be a short. We're going to take maybe 6 minutes if you can bear with me. This is talking about the Black Wealth Blueprint. And once again, John does not want to go to an HBCU. He just graduated high school and he just wants to stay home with his parents until he's 25 years old. And this is the plan that he has laid out for his parents to see if they'll bite off on it. He said, parents, you know what? I'll pay for utilities or whatever you want me to do, and I'll be okay with that. He said, but this is my game plan. He said, I want to be out the house by the time I'm 25, but I want to be able to stay home until the end so I can do some heavy lifting investing into myself to be able to move out and not be struggling and not be a burden to you. He said, matter of fact, I don't even want you guys to leave me an inheritance if you don't want to, but this is my blueprint for myself because you have been good parents to me and you're not forcing me to go to an HBCU like Howard, like you guys graduated from, but I want to do things my way. So from the age of 18 to 25, this is John speaking, I want to invest into a Roth IRA. I'm going to start working, making $25 an hour, and my salary will be $50,000 a year. $25 an hour, you multiply that by 40 hours a week, that's $50,000 a year. I'm going to start investing in myself into a Roth IRA, $500 a month, and I'm investing in VTSAX, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. It's got lower fees, so I want to do that for myself. At the same time, from 18 to 25, I want to invest $500 into a brokerage account. I'm going to go with VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 Index Fund, ETF. And by the time I am using a compound growth of 10%, by the time I'm 25 years old, I'll have $68,000 in my Roth IRA, and I'll also have $68,000 into my brokerage account. And that brokerage account, of course, we know that's no tax benefit in that one, but that's money I can pull out anytime I want without being penalized. So I want to buy my first home at $200,000. Once again, at the age of 25 years old, I want to put down $40,000 because you guys taught me well. You taught me to go ahead and put 10% on a mortgage on a home. I'm going to put $40,000 down on 20% of that home value. That means I get below the PMI. PMI is money that you're paying out just in case a person defaults on their payments, and I won't have to worry about doing that because I'm putting down 20%, and I'm going to make my payments because I'm making $50,000 a year. Once again, $68,000 by the time I'm 25 to be able to do this money of $40,000 of a down payment. And then I'm going to take $18,000 of that $68,000 and I'm going to do a little upgrading as well as furnish my home. Guess what? Without credit card debt. I don't have student loan debt. I don't have a credit card debt. And now I got $10,000 left in my brokerage account, VOO, because for the next 10 years, from the age of 25 to 35, I want to build this money. And once I build this money at 10% growth, I should have $121,000 because I'm going to do something with that later, parents. All right. So John gets this vision going. Basically, he's got $50,000 salary. That's about $4,100 a month. And now he's paying $1,600 on this mortgage because he wants to pay this thing off in 10 years. Okay, so he's still investing in himself into his brokerage account of $500 for the next 10 years. So he was paying to himself $500 a month for his Roth IRA, but he's going to drop that down now to $250 a month. So he's going to build on his $68,000 and he's going to put $250 a month until he's 59 years old. By the time he's 59 years old, with the compound growth of 10%, he should have $2.4 million. Now, as he continues to invest, making $50,000 a year, he's going to change jobs. And now this new job, they offer the Roth 401k plan. All right, so he's going to drop down to $125 a month that he's going to invest in himself, knowing that the company is going to match. That's 3% of this knowing that the company's going to match his contribution at that 3% rate. So that's $125 a month that they're going to match him with a total of $250 per month. And by the time he continued to invest in that, and also he's going to do the Roth company match. So he's going to pay the Roth company match on this fund now, so they will have to do it later, because under the Secure 2.0 Act of 2022, you can do that. You can do that. So at the end of that, by the time he's 59 and a half, $736,000 for his investment account under the Roth plan, 25 to 79 and a half. 25 to 59 and a half, excuse me. Same way here under his Roth IRA account. So he's got those going. Now let's go back. Let's go back for a moment. At the age of 35, he's got to pay for a house. And he decides, and the house is now worth probably about $300,000. So the plan is to go ahead and rent this house out, and he's going to upgrade to a $400,000 house, and he wants to put down payment of $80,000, and he's going to pull it once again from his brokerage account that he's been putting his $500 into, and he's still growing that. So he's going to put $80,000 down on this house, all right, and that's going to leave him with about $41,000 still in his brokerage account. Now let's look at the math over here. So he's got a pay for a home. He's got renters in it now. The renters are now paying his mortgage. But what he's doing, he's playing it smart and simple. He's this is his money he's getting per month. He's going to act as if he's going to be paying $1,600 on this new mortgage, because now this mortgage, he's just going to ride it out. He's going to do a 30-year mortgage on this one just to keep his payments low, because he's got money already invested. So he knows he's got an anchor between the brokerage accounts, between these accounts here. He knows he's got some cushion now. So he's just going to he's not going to try to accelerate a 10-year payoff of this house, this new house. He's just going to ride it for 30 years. So he's going to act as if his renters won't pay on time. But basically the renters are paying for his house without him paying for his house. But he's going to put this into a really safe cash a reserve, into a Vanguard cash reserve account, or which is a high yield savings account, just to play it safe, at least for about a year. Get about a year or maybe 2 years of that in there, and then he'll take this money and do something else with it. At the same time, he's still investing in his brokerage account, because he's going to continue to build here, because he's going to be looking at some more property later. But we'll stop right there with that one. His investments into himself, his retirement accounts, once again, he dropped down to 250 here, 150 here. That give you a grand total of 375. And we're going to assume that the taxes with Medicare, local tax, state tax, Social Security tax, that's about 10% of his monthly pay. So that gives him $1,275. This is Game Changer, family. This is called Black Wealth Blueprint. All because the parents allowed him to stay at home. They're not even going to charge him. Matter of fact, they're going to go ahead and buy him a 3-year-old vehicle. Once he turns 18 and he's laid out this blueprint, they said, we're going to buy you a vehicle because we don't have to pay for any of your tuition. $100,000, $200,000 of your student loan debt we don't have to pay for that. And because you want to invest in yourself, we're going to invest in you by buying you a vehicle, because we want to make sure that you build black wealth. Look at this plan, family. This is super simple. We gotta catch hold of some of this. Even if you can't do all of this, we can set our kids up for success. And look at this. We're not even making him a trust fund baby. And if they do have some left over to give to him in their demise, that's just icing on the cake. We haven't added in Social Security once he reached Social Security age. We don't even know if the company has a pension plan, which most don't have it anymore. But family, this is how we build black wealth for the black family. It's super simple. Let's take a look at it and use what you can. Talk to you later.